Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Yes, Wednesday, the 27th. Hey, girls. Sorry about the mix up yesterday. I planned on getting a video out, and for whatever reason, every time I tried getting it accomplished, something else come out. And we all have those days, right? Where it seems like everything you try to get done kind of escapes you. But all in all, it was still a good day. You know, we did get quite a bit accomplished, and but just in other areas, I guess. So today, I thought we'd talk about. Oh, jeez, my eyes. So I thought today we would talk about, you know, a couple of questions, kind of Q&A, and then we'll do a segment on customer retention, the way it should have been done, instead of rushed into it. And we want to know about what you got for Christmas. Did you get any Christmas toys worth having in the shop? Uh-huh. All right. Stay tuned, guys. All right, so welcome back. Some of the new things that are taking place. I told you a while back that I was trying different things, with the videos. And one of the fellows that, one of our guys on the channel, he's from Bangladesh, and he loves the videos. And he's a young kid, and he said there's so many things that he could do to help this channel, And of course, to pay him for it. But I've had a number of employees over in Bangladesh. They're good workers. Back when we were doing a lot online, Zara was from Bangladesh. And you couldn't ask for a better worker. I mean, just nonstop. So he asked if I'd be willing to take a shot on him, on letting him try things. So I told him what I want to do is from the Christmas segment, go 10 videos back. So it'd be those group of 10. He's going to try, changing the search engine optimizing to maybe reworking a title or a description. Main thing I said is don't make monkey with the video. All right, the video is I try to have as least amount of cutaways. Cutaways is where I have to stop and then start it again. Where if I can keep a nice smooth rhythm through the whole thing, to me it's authentic. There's too many videos out there, and that's all I see is just they're slicing from all different angles, and your eyes are trying to follow it, and it's been your eyes are so much, different angles, but even just where they have like a little bit of a lull in their speech, click, they cut it, and they bring in one that's real tight so that it's kind of like makes robotic, and it almost makes me feel like, did AI do that? Artificial intelligence. Because it's supposed to be, it's creating videos on its own. It's editing on its own. And they had a thing a while back where it actually started its own, I think it was Snapchat. Maybe one of you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But it was at one of the channels and had over 1 million followers. An AI program. And that's what I explained to him. I said, look, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be me. Okay? It's a hard enough job just being me. Plus, I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm not looking to impress anybody. I'm just a good old boy from upstate New York, you know, that's paid his dues when it came to business. Still am. I'm a cattle farmer in upstate New York. Some call me a land baron for the amount of acres I have. To almost being a senior citizen, I'm getting close to that where I can actually get a discount at Walmart. So, hey, that's something I worked all my life for. So you're going to see a few changes going on, not in the present ones. I brought the intro back in. I added a little bit because, I figure if I at least explain to you what I'm going to be doing, you can subscribe anytime throughout the channel. But what this fellow was telling me is that the algorithm looks at how many likes you get, how many comments you get, engagement, and how many shares you get. And if they see quite a few likes, subscribes, and shares, then they keep pushing it further out to, everybody else that they think might deem worthwhile. But if the core people that it pushes to, only gets a few likes or no shares and no subscribers, it assumes that nobody else wants to see it. So it would be great if you could like the video, but only if you like the videos, guys. Don't like just to help me out. Like because you like the videos. If you don't like the videos, my granddaughter, she watches the channel, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but like on certain videos, I'll have one thumbs down, and I know it's her. She's just a couple years old, but she loves especially my farming side videos for Butternut Ridge Farms. She's my number one fan. And she was getting upset with me because I wasn't putting out a lot of videos. Papa wasn't putting out enough videos to watch on a daily basis. He was working on the Northern New York Parts one. But even over there, it's kind of cute because I'll have like 8 likes and 1 dislike. And I know who, I'm like, tell my daughter, I'm like, why is she disliking my video? And she's like, she's not. She just hits the first, whichever quickest on the thing to push. I said, we'll go back and correct those and put them back to likes. But again, she's my number one fan, and she loves the moo moo cows and the calves and loves Papa the rancher. And we'll be doing Christmas with them coming up Saturday. So if you see some movement in the channel, it's not so much the videos that I'm doing right now. He's not going to be part of. He's just going to take the last 10 from Christmas back, and I want to see what he can do with past performance. As I put it, ROI, return on investment. And that's how I hired guys in Bangladesh before. And that's how I got Zara, one of my lead team players overseas, did almost all my listings online, or at least went and critiqued them. She busted her hump, and I finally, because she was like a contracted employee, I pay her every month. We were doing weekly, and then I just started paying her every month. And she was part of our team till 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. So she was with me since 2007. So and I gave her glowing references to other friends that were in the business that were looking for somebody. I said, here, I'm going to have to let her go as much as I hate to. But if you have a need for this, please. And I still stay in contact with her and her family. That's why when I was doing that a lot, I would start at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And people thought I was nuts for working in the morning that early. But it was to accommodate most of my overseas employees, to get them started for the day. Most of them, it was daytime or going into evening for them. So, and if I tried talking to them during the morning hours of most normal people of, 5, 6 o'clock, it was the middle of the night for them. So I started doing that with them. I would get up at, a little after 1, grab a shower, hop on here. I would talk with them, get them started on what was most important for me for the day. And the best thing is I didn't have to explain it. All I had to do was just tell them, this is what, we need to try to accomplish. So just do your best is all I ever asked of any of my employees. Now you got Fiverr, that Upting, I think, is where I first ran into Zara. And I hired her, and then she recommended another person, so I hired them. But the nice thing is that for what I was paying her, which wasn't a lot, it was like $2-3 an hour or something like that, that she was able to support her whole family over there. And she had her in-laws and parents living with them. And at times, I would hire on her aunt to help if things got, because she'd ask if her aunt help. And, get paid for it, of course. I said, absolutely, go ahead. So, good family. So those are the changes you're going to see when it comes to the videos. Now, Q&A. Q&A is where Jason and Pete were commented yesterday, and I said, well, shoot, let me just answer it in the video, right? Concerning customer retention. Now, granted, this is my fault. If I get into a hurry on something, then I tend to just feel rushed. And I should never do that on a video. Feel rushed to at least put a video out, all right? And the video that I was going to put out was just to let you guys know, hey, everything's fine here. I haven't had time to do a video today. We'll do it tomorrow. And just do a short, like a 1-minute video. And I looked at the clock and I said, well, I've got 45 minutes. 45 minutes to try to do a video, edit it, and then get it out. So I sat down, started the video, and customer walks in. I shut it off. All right, so now it's 2:30. I got half an hour left. I'm thinking I can get this knocked out. And just as one customer's leaving, a car pulls in, and it's 2 more customers. I'm like, come on. But they were good. They were there. They bought stuff. So hey, and good. All's good. So once they left, now it was 10-3. So I threw together a real rush video, and then a quick job of editing it, and then uploading it, which you won't see me do again because I'm not good at it. Although a lot of people like the short videos, the 3 to 5 minute videos. Well, one of the questions that was out there was, if you keep your customer happy, they'll always stay with you. And absolutely, I agree with both you and Pete, Jason. Absolutely. But I guess the point of the video that I was trying to get across was, one way to keep them happy is don't offer discounts to other customers, would-be customers, that you're not willing to offer your own customers, your good customers, all right? If you're going to do a 10% or 20% off a service, if you come and have it done in the fall, that is open to your regular customers or your new customers that might come through the door. Okay? A lot of times your regular customers are going to stay right where they're at because, they've already got either spring or fall set up. But you've already opened that option and you've given it to them, right? So as long as you're offering the same discounts, the same goodwill to all customers and not just a segment of the new customers you're hoping to get, you'll be fine. I'm just saying that you got to make sure that you don't do it just for the new customers and then not offer the old customers anything as well. Because I just think, maybe I'm wrong, but I just think it leaves a bad taste in their mouth if they know that somebody else is getting a service cheaper than they are and they've been with you 10 years, And then the other with Pete, he was wanting to know, were we actually open yesterday? And the answer is yes, Pete. We were open yesterday and we're going to be open right through till Friday. And surprisingly, come on, girls, that, we had a tractor that had a hydraulic hose that was blown that needed to be fixed. I got that fixed. We had on the mini excavator out to a job site that we're doing, had the track come off, so we got the track back on that. And we lost one of our older cows. She got pneumonia or something. But for the last 2 years, I said I'm going to get rid of her early on before we start getting into the colder weather. And procrastination, I guess, is the best word. Because she always did produce good calves. But we ended up losing her yesterday, so we had to drag her over and dig a hole and bury her. And we got a guy coming today with a Workmaster 60 Ford New Holland Compact. I called yesterday and having problems with his tractor. He's dropping that off sometime this forenoon today. But most people up here work. I mean, if the mail's running, and we work a lot of days when the mail isn't running, but so that brings us into, kind of like the customer retention overall, and we've talked about this before. And it all boils down to how well you treat your customer, right? If you do good work and you treat your customer fairly and you're honest with your customer and you will get them year after year and they'll be one of your best advertisers for new people, okay? And as I explained yesterday, that they also have feet. So if they feel, goes back to the video of you're only as good as your last job, because your last job was shoddy and it didn't fulfill your customers' expectations, then that can cause them to walk. All right. And it could be as simple as one of your employees giving the attitude to one of the customers because they questioned their work and you didn't know can cause a customer to walk. There's a lot of variables other than just doing good work, okay? Because you have to practice good customer service on a daily basis, right? It's a learned behavior. Some people it comes quicker than others. Some people never get it. They charge stupid money, say they did things when they didn't do it, don't listen to the customer, and throw the customer a stupid number for a bill where it almost makes them fall over, and then wonders why they don't come back again. Well, I can guarantee you that person is home on Facebook as well, telling all their friends what you did and how outrageous you are. My best advertising in the world is word of mouth. Simply put, word of mouth. With a lot of the older tractors and stuff, we've done a couple for different guys that were in groups, Facebook groups, and we weren't part of those groups and didn't know that they were advertising our business to everybody else in their Facebook groups. And we were trying to figure out how are we getting calls from 120 miles away wanting to know if we're willing to work on their tractor, and they're willing to pay for us to go all the way down there and get it, bring it back, get it fixed, and then take it all the way back to them. Because our good customers that we had here locally, that we took care of and treated fairly, felt the need to share to the group that they belong to, because there's hundreds of thousands of groups on Facebook. You can't belong to them all. And one of the things a lot of these groups, and I don't blame them, they don't want is spamming. If you're a shop owner, they do not want you posting about your business. They're there to individual to individual talk about this or that. I'm doing repairs and showing their tractors off after they get it painted. So if you were a shop and you said, well, all right, I'll just go out and join all these groups on tractor restorations and repairs, and fine, as long as you got the time to follow along. But if you're doing it because you're hoping to gain business, then I would be careful, because again, a lot of these administrators to these groups do not allow spamming. I don't blame them. They don't allow spamming, and they don't allow contacting members with special offers or this or that, because there's so many scams going on online that people are reluctant to even try you out if they don't know anything about you. But no, that's the key. I mean, just treat people the way you would hope to be treated, okay? And by doing that, you will exceed their expectations. Because they're used to just, here's the bill, pay the bill, on your way, and not taking the time to explain what you did and so forth. some customers don't want to hear the whole spiel, okay? And I can tell that just by each individual customer. You know, some customers like to see what they paid for. And if we gotta have a part is bad and replace it, we have a box that we have set next to that machine. When the customer comes, and we can show them the box and say, here are all the parts that we replaced. Did you want these? And most of them they don't. So we just throw them into a bin for if we need to scavenge a needle and seat or something off. Or a screw for a bowl or something like that. So, alright, so I'm going to start wrapping this up for today. I apologize again for yesterday, guys. And we want to cover, you know, what did you get for Christmas? Were you good or were you a bad boy? And is it something that you can use in the shop, or is it something around the house that's going to make it handy? We got bombarded from our family that's downstate with a lot of really rich truffle chocolates. And my sister-in-law and nieces got together and got me a coffee maker, which is a gift that keeps on giving, because they even heard that this coffee maker that I have now is on its last leg, and I've been trying to keep it going, but I know it hates me. So that is something that I will use a lot, and can't thank them enough. Again, when it comes to Christmas and it comes to gifts, you know, it's not by the size of the gift you get. It's that somebody took time out of their day, whether it be simply a Christmas card, a call, a token gift. Because what I tell everybody, you know, you don't need to get me a gift. If you want to give me something, take the time to make out a Christmas card and just give me that. And with the kids, you know, we had this problem years ago when our kids were young. You know, my sisters and everybody trying to buy for everybody's kids, and it was just crazy, all right, to start with. And then it all depended on how much money that person had to try to cover all these gifts, right? So my sisters and I got together and we made a deal. Look, you cover your kids and we'll cover ours, all right? We're not going to be giving gifts and trying to cover everybody's bases, because, you know, if one person can't afford hardly to do their own Christmas with their kids, how are they going to afford to cover everybody? And we were all young at that time anyways. But that stayed with us. You know, we tag each other on Facebook or call or Christmas cards, letting each other know we love them and wishing them a Merry Christmas. And with my kids, I tell them, don't buy anything for me and Ma. We're fine. Get stuff that you want for your kids. That's more important to me. Don't feel obligated to buy me anything. The problem with trying to buy me something is, if there's anything that I want, I just go get it anyways, right? So I'm a hard person to buy for. So hopefully you had a good Christmas, and you know, you had a lot of people that thought enough of you to take time out of their busy days to either get you a gift, send you a card, or wish you a Merry Christmas on Facebook. So post what gifts you got. I mean, if you got any good stuff. And we'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Again, I apologize for yesterday. If I get to the point where I have to rush a video, you may not see a video that day. And I just don't want you guys that are relying on a video to, like, oh God, there must be something wrong. It was just one of those hectic days yesterday. And they don't come along very often. But it is what it is. And we'll see you here tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching again. And if you could subscribe, share. Thank you. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.